So hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are talking about the main theme of this discussion is that making people effective or making the person effective. So there are basically two terms that are related to this topic, that is efficiency and effectiveness. So efficiency will be dependent on the person making the performance up to its 100%, means reaching its 100% by taking longer time, or the efficiency time will be calculated by that, or efficiency will be taken as the performance that is secured for most amount of time, and giving the 100% guarantee of the satisfaction from the customer, if we say in the business field. So in the business field we have also another term, that is effective person. Effective person is a person makes the work simple and fast. And going into the brief discussion of it, we will be taking an example from an author or a book which is written according to this, that is of the seven efficient ways, the seven effective ways that a person can work or a person can be changed or mold, which is written by Stephen R. Covey. So it was first published in the 1999 for the purpose of making the business or making a person self reliable or motivate according to the standards that he has been required to form, or making the person to realize that he needs to develop some sort of things in him to get or to achieve, so that he can get to the further instances or in a higher position. So he basically, the Covey will be representing it in an effective way, that is he hasn't got a theory of maintaining the goals which are aligned to yourself, means you prioritize yourself as the first number, so that we will be having some true principles that are required to follow to or to achieve to your goal or main goal. So here the effectiveness is defined as the balance of obtaining desirable results with caring for what which produces those results. Means we are not only considering our aim, but we are considering all the factors that are required, or to all the substantial amount that is required, or the stress that is required for making the goal to be done or making the work process to be done. So here we can take that main motto of this is to complete your aim or complete your goal within specific time or effectively, by choosing different types of alternatives that are required for making the complete process of completing your job. He further claims that he is an he can be expressive, or he tells us that it will be taken for the P to PC ratio. So here the P to PC ratio means P is the getting work, or P is the desired result. Basically it is a result that we need, or the main aim or the goal that we have set, and the PC is the amount of care that you have given for that work so that it could get completed in that particular time, or particular amount that you have given for making the syllabus or making the main goal to be reached. So here we can take the P to PC ratio according to him, so that we have said now, P is the main goal and PC is the amount of care that is given for the work so that it could be completed. So mainly there are the three types of habits that are basically inculcated in the person, that is divided into main clauses and sub clauses into different types of parts. So main, there are the three types of clauses that are dependent for a person to be changed, or a person's behavior is dependent on this. So first one is dependence. So dependence means you need to get others to work for you, or you need to make the person you that you have trusted to make the work done. Means here basically the theme of the dependence is you need others to get the work you need to be done, and you will be having a choice or an option to blame that person whenever you have got any sort of mistakes. And we have second type of theme, that is interdependence. Means basically we are depending on a software world where we will be having interdependence. Means if we do one sort of work, we will be depending on another person to do some sort of work for us. So we will be doing simultaneously the work, so that both of them are happily sharing the work and doing it in a complete time. Independence is the third theme that is taken for. Pretty much you can say that the information that is excluded from others, or it is basically the independence depends on you itself, means only you. It will be prioritizing only you, and you should do the complete work, and you cannot rely on anybody others. So that this is the third theme that we have taken. So it will be independence will be mainly described as the pretty much free from the external influence and support of others. Means you will be completely taken out of the field, so that anybody's external influence cannot influence on you. So further we will be moving on to the different types of seven habits that are required for a person to be got into a person, so that he will be becoming an effective person. So effective person should have basically these three topics, that is independence or dependence or interdependence. So here we will be talking according to them. So if we have independence, we will be having three types of habits, or we should be making three types of habits according to that person. If he is independent, then he should be proactive. He should begin with an end in the mind, means he should be always having a goal to complete it. And he should first prioritize everything, means he will be putting the things to first. So we will be discussing later on what are these, and we will be seeing what these types of habits that should be inculcated in us. Second one, we will be having interdependence. So we will be depending on a person, and another person will be depending on us, as I said earlier. So here we will be taking off three types of habits. Those are thinking of win-win situations, seek first to understand and next to understood. Means here the seeking, we will be continuously seeing about that. Means here the main gist of this is, we will be first understanding the situation that is required for us, so that we will be solving it according to making the people in an empathic way. Means you will be seeing the caring the people's emotions and also that. So we will be seeing that. Next we will be having synergy, or we will call it the habit as synergize. Means we will be moving according to the team. So we will have another sort of habit that should be made, that is continuational improvement. Means we will be going for, in a process where we will be seeing all sorts of improvements, but we should not stop at any cost. So that we will be going and seeing all sorts of outcome from that. And we will be using as the main gist in this is sharpen the saw. We will be going to say that. So first, in the independence, we will be seeing the main part is being proactive. So proactive means here it is described as it is about taking the responsibility for one's reactions to one's experience, and taking the initiative to respond positively and improve the situation. So in independence, we will be having all the rights or authorities to us. So here we will be taking the responsibility for one's reactions, for of your own experience. Means if you are doing any sort of work in your workspace, but you cannot be, you should not be answerable for anyone. But if you are working under some people, but if you want to show the independence, then you need to show them some courage, so that we will be having to stand up and say everything according to yourself in a positive way and in a polite way, so that you can improve the situation. So this is being proactive. This is needed for the independent person. So as I said earlier, in the second step or a second habit should be having an end or a goal in your mind. So here the Covey discusses that he whatever the person wants to convey at the end should be main be targeted at the starting, so that he will be going in a direction where he can almost satisfy every sort of person or the company or the people that are required to go, and making the work effective in a way, so that he will be taking all sorts of permissions or the related information that will be required for the person that he is giving the opportunity or giving the work. So here the person will be having basic basically the making the life decisions according to it. Means if you want to take any sort of break in between the work, or any sort of making the process of making the work to be happening or planning is required here. So we will be starting with a goal in a mind, so that we will be planning according to it, and we will be doing the scenario or completing the work by the required time, by taking all sorts of inputs or the statements that will be given by the other persons. So we in the third habit we will be having putting the first things to first. So as I said in the earlier video, or an video in the previous one, we have a video about an time management in my YouTube channel. So here we can see that the time management will be basically required, or the management that is required for the time according to you. You will be prioritizing the main concepts of you will be prioritizing the time what whenever it needs to be spent. So here we will be designing it into four quadrants, where it has an first quadrant of urgent and important, to do everything, means like important deadlines, crisis, and maintaining the job, or any sort of complaints that will be given will be rectified as soon as possible. So second one we have as the quadrant 2, that is not urgent but important. We need to plan them. We need to have longer term development into it. Means we should have a plan that is reserved according to the time. Means as you said earlier, we have the main opportunity or the main goal or main achievement that needs to be done, so that we will doing a plan. We will be ultimate goal is to complete the main goal. But if we have any sort of interruptions like in the quadrant 1, we will be keeping this aside, not completely off, but we will keeping this aside and complete the main goal. So that is the quadrant 1, this is the quadrant 2. Here we will be planning about the main goal. So we will be having the third quadrant, that is urgent but not important. This is delicate. Means this is the main cause of causing the distractions to the deadlines. Means we will be having any sort of work we are doing, either it is an urgent work or it is an to do work or a plan work. So that in between these are the main distractions that are caused. Means like going out, or standing up about any sort of discussions with the people which are around you, or making up any sort of excuses to not work at that time. So this is of prioritizing the time to not work or to take a break at that time. So we have basically fourth one, that is fourth quadrant, that will be given for not urgent and not important. This is required to be eliminated, so that these are the distractions that cause us to ruin our day, or ruin the main time that is required in a day to complete our main goal. So here we have seen that there are basically four quadrants, and we need to prioritize everything. But first two quadrants are the main quadrants that are required to be prioritized in the time. So if you want to prioritize any sort of things in the time, you need to do the things that are needed to be doing the first. Means the first one urgent and important, or not urgent and but important. So you need to do those two quadrants. So this is all about time management, or the putting the first things first in the independent one. So this is at this where the it comes to an end about an independent person. Now we will be going into the interdependent persons. So we will be having a team, and we will be working on, we will be chilling about the team, and we will be doing the work as a team, and we will be having the synergy. So we first one in this topic we will be having thinking about win-win situations. So here we can basically define it by seeking mutually beneficial win-win solutions or agreements in your relationships according to the persons that we are having a relationship with. So if we have any boss or boss and employee situation, then we need to have our side of benefit, so that we will be seeing his benefit also in that, so that he will be accepting in it. So here we will be thinking about this win-win situations. And it is not only based on taking the decisions, or making the making a solution at that particular or quickly fixing the situation. But here it is also based as a character based code for human interaction collaboration. So here, as I said earlier, In the interdependence, the main team that is required in this is to have the team or work with the team any sort of time. So here the decisions that will be making are according to the team, so that the not only you should win, everybody should win in the team. So here taking the fourth habit as an thinking in the win-win situations if you are interdependent, or this is the first one for the interdependent. So the second one is we will be having the different sorts of way for achieving any sort of goal, either with team or without the team. So first you need to understand the team, or first you need to understand the work that you need to do with the team. So here we can see the fifth habit, as I said earlier, seek first to understand and next to understood. So here we can say the main explanation that is given is use empathic listening to genuinely understand what a person is trying to say, which compels them to reciprocate the listening and take an open mind to be influenced. Means here the person who is saying, whoever is saying to you in your team, should be taken from yourself, or should be taken in a context that he will be, whatever he might be saying, or whatever useful or not useful, or any sort of thing, if your teammate is saying about the work main goal, then you need to listen. You can correct him or rectify him, or you can do any sort of things when you have already listened to him, and you can go and rectify him after the main conversation of him. So here, as you know, we can create the atmosphere that has caring and positive problem solving situations. Means if anybody has some problem in your team, or you can go for having small sorts of breaks for with the team, so that we will be having a general discussion about the main goal, how much progress we have done in that, and we will be establishing the same amount of pace for everybody which you require to be processing. So here we have basically three words that are main used for empathic way. Empathic way means understanding or to talk the people's representation, or to take the people's ideologies. So here we have basically three types of words that are related to this topic or the habit. That is ethos, which is a Greek word that will be gone for meaning in the form of one's personal credibility. Whatever you might be doing in a team, you should have credibility. You should never lose the credibility. Second one, we will be having pathos, which it is also a Greek word that is equal, that is known as empathic side. Means you need to understand everybody's behavior, and you need to get along with those people, or else you will be facing different types of clashes in your team that is not good for the money, for the main goal. Next you should be having logos, that is the third word, that is also a Greek word that is gone for the meaning logic. So if you are doing any sort of presentation of your mind or of your thinking to the of the people that you are a team, so here you will be having to say every sort of thing that should be explained or detailedly understood by the people. So as I said in the first, in this habit, you need to first understand, the information that is given by the team people, but you need to give the logic for the reasons, so that they should work in your way, or they should work according to the main goal. So these are the three main important features that are there in this step or the habit, that is having one's credibility, and observing and analyzing the empathic side, and we should be having the logic to clear and create any sort of discussion with the people. Next we will be going with the sixth one, that is we will be having synergy with our team. So every time when you work with your team, you need to travel with the team, you need to understand the team, and you need to do all sorts of teamwork which is done for making the main goal, but you need to do in the team in a sort of teamwork, so that the efficiency should be shown here, where the single person cannot achieve or the independent person cannot achieve, the team can achieve lots of solutions for many sorts of problems. So synergy is main important for being the main person or the main lead to get the synergy or to plan the things, you need to be the first person to be getting the synergy according to, or to all sorts of people in your team. So as the last one, we have the sharpen the saw. Here it will be having, we will be having different types of renewals in a company. So if you are going for working in a company and going for a solution, then you will be having, we will be seen in a dependent way, where we will be having some moral values or ethics, or we will be having some dependent things in our mind, so that we will be taking care of it, and we should be not considering them. Means, if you want to say that, if you want to achieve your main goal, you should be keeping aside yourself in some sort of situations, like going for personal revenges, or any sort of dependent invasions to the other people, will cause any sort of damage to your main goal. So you need to basically not do any sort of mistakes according to the team, or you should be going for planning your future ahead, so that you can make moves according to it, so that you cannot get depressed or deviated from the goal. So you should not be doing any sorts of mistakes according to your team or according to your goal, so that you can achieve that in a particular time of span. So effective way is that getting the main work done in a faster way. So as I said earlier, we will be having completed the work in a speed and efficient way. So speed and time here are the main key. So we will be having a simple example, or the we need to keep a main content in our back of our mind, is that we should be having abundance mentality. So abundance mentality is a concept where, first I will read out and I will tell you the main explanation about it. That is, it is a mindset, that is a way of thinking in which the person believes there are enough resources and successes to share with others. But in contrast, it will be having the scarcity mindset. So we have here seen first the abundance mentality. Abundance mentality will be having, or the mindset which a person has, there will be enough resources to share, or enough successes to share to the people or the team or the persons that are dependent on you. And here we will be having the quite contrast or the opposite of this type of mindset, that is scarcity mindset, that is destructive and unnecessary competition. In this competition, there is no need for you. So if you are flying for uh, you see some person in your office that is has a higher scale than you, and if you are having any unnecessary competition or cruel mindset or destructive mindset about him, or in the team, you will be having, you cannot enjoy any sort of perks that are given for you, or you cannot enjoy the team. So here we can see the found in the idea that if someone else wins, or someone else has successful in their situation, or successful in their job, then it means you will be lose. Means in this mindset, you will be thinking that you have lost that, or you have lost the success, so that you are not able to enjoy the success of others. Means I am not saying that you should always enjoy the success of others, but you should enjoy the success of others, but at the same time, you need to grow into that person, not distract them into yourselves. So this is the two types of mindsets that should be kept in our mind. We should be having abundance mentality, that will be giving us uh, main self worth for our people, or in between our people we will be having self worth. We will be having some sort of profits, or the recognition and the responsibility that will be showing to the team. But we here can say, if we have any sort of scarcity mindset in you, then you will be having zero sum games. Means zero sum games is a basic term that you use it for making the person to think that if you have a coin to flip, so that you can toss the coin, and if you see that one person will automatically lose every time. If one person chooses for head and one person chooses for tail, one person will completely lose or completely guaranteedly lose. So that there is 50-50 situation. So you either you should be in a abundance mentality, or if you are in a scarcity mentality, it is not good. So you should be in abundance mentality, so that you can win at certain point of time. This is not your chance. You can just grow into that person and you can get the success at one day. But you should not be going into scarcity mindset from the abundance mindset, so that you should not distract him, or you should not make any plans to make him fail, or any sort of things that you know that are illegal for making him defame in his company or in his place or position or in his team. So you need to have main theme that is required for you is to having the abundance mindset to achieve these type of seven goals or the seven habits. You should be having abundance mindset that is required for you to get becoming the person who will be having the seven habits of highly effective people. So this is the all my view about the topic. As I said, no, the seven habits of highly effective people. You should be having, mainly you can consider that you should be having higher abundance mentality, so that we will be having different types of steps that will be taken in this, like dependent or independent or uh, interdependence, which will be taken for different types of habits of the steps, like being proactive, beginning with the goal in your mind, putting the or prioritizing yourself as the first, and you will be having thinking about the teammates if you're working in a team, or you will be taking for the granted in situations where you need to first understand and empathize the people which are around you, and you should be having synergy with your team, and you should be trying to improvise yourself to get some good profits. So this is the topic we have seen today. Thank you.